Hello, it's me, Dane, and today we're playing Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. Nintendo, please do not sue me. I purchased your game the day it came out along with the 3DS because I remember that it was a launch title. It's been a while. At least isn't. I don't normally do the minimalist snake. Normally I do a snake very, very akin to this. This is the normal snake that I draw. I feel like I have a significant amount of things to talk about for stream, for like my typical pre-stream chat. Thank you guys for the subscription, by the way. 30 months is actually kind of fucking insane. I'm not gonna lie. In real dollars, that's $62.50 that I've received, I believe. I don't really know what to talk about though. Like, so many things have happened in my life. You know, I gave that presentation that I was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. That coworker got added to that coworker who fucked me over got added to a group chat that I'm in with a lot of my other coworkers, and bro, I just don't talk in there. I didn't really talk in there before, but now I like actively avoid talking in there. Oh my god. They're just like, I don't know the type of person. I don't know how to like describe it, but they seem like they're not super beneficial to the company. That's the nicest way I can put it. I don't know why. I've also been getting really, really tired really early, which is the reason that I haven't been streaming like at all this week. last week I was like, dude, I want to take a break. I finished Silk Song. I finished my presentation. I just want to chill. But Monday, Tuesday of this week, I was planning on streaming. And I've just been like, I get home from work, I eat my dinner, I chill. I don't want to disrupt the chill by streaming. But now I'm like, dude, I kind of want to stream. Like literally all day today, I was like, dude, I'm waiting to hop on the stream. And then the PlayStation State of Play happened, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know this was happening. Maybe I'm just gonna sit here and watch this, and I'm gonna be like, dude, I don't want to stream. But then it finished, and I was like, I'm gonna go set up stream. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm streaming. It's good to get back in the habit of streaming because when I don't stream for a long time, I feel like I end up in like a depressive loop where I'm just like sitting there waiting for the day to end essentially. But streaming at least like gives me some direction in how I want to spend my time and gives me a little structure as well. I typically do like a 2-3 hour stream. Obviously Hollow Knight was a little different. I was doing some extra hours on Hollow Knight because damn, those games were good. About finished with my second playthrough in that game. Very, very fun, significantly shorter time. I'll probably try and gun for the OG speedrun thing, because I've only been doing the 100% run right now, and I know the OG, like the real ending, the baby ending, just beat the game speedrun is like 5 hours. That seems super doable. And then the 100% speedrun is 30 hours. And I'm gonna get that like as soon as I beat the game. I'm like 13 hours in, so free. Maybe I'll do some actual speedrun practice and then I'll do Steel Soul stuff after that. Cause unlike in base Hollow Knight, at least base Hollow Knight any percent, I know that 100% they steal soul, or 112% they steal soul, because if you die, then like you lost the speedrun. But in base Hollow Knight in any percent, you need to do shade skips, and shade skips require you to die, so you couldn't speedrun steal soul like that. So it was always a little bit awkward. But I don't think that there's anything like that in this game that like you want to shade skip for. I know that you can in a couple of spots, but I don't think that you need to in those spots. So yeah. Yeah, I saw some of the Mount Faye stuff. I'm excited for Ocarina of Time though. So if you don't know, the reason that I'm playing Ocarina of Time is, I haven't played it in over a decade at this point. Last time I played it was when it came out on the 3DS. Secondly, my good pal Locke, one of my closest, if not my closest friend, made a comment about how it was crazy that I thought that Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time were similar in gameplay. And I was like, damn, maybe I just haven't played these games since I was like a teenager. I kind of want to replay them because I don't remember them very much, and kind of reshape my opinion on them. So I'll be honest, I don't remember a whole lot of the game, like in terms of, other than like turning into the Deku guys. What are they called? The Decoblins? No, that's not what they're called. And then the Gorons and the Zora, but I don't know, maybe Deku Scrubs, yeah. But that was pretty much my understanding as well. I felt like in terms of like gameplay philosophy, this is like going off of memory, which is like super hazy, but I felt like in terms of like core design philosophies, they were very similar. But I could be entirely wrong by that, and I'm gonna go in with an open mind and see what the differences are. I don't think I'm gonna play them back to back. I feel like I have learned from my Pokemon experience that playing games in a retrospective back to back is extremely unhealthy and is a really easy way for me to get burnt out. I feel like kind of going back and forth on all of them. Like what was it? Ever since I like quote unquote came back to streaming, it was like Deltarune, Twilight Princess, Heart Gold, Silk Song, now Ocarina of Time. I'll go back to Pokemon. I'll go back to Black after this, probably, and then what? I think after Pokemon Black, I've been promising my good pal Austin that I'd play Disco Elysium, because I still haven't played that game. I've been saying I've been saying I was gonna play that since I played Outer Wilds, which was like a year and a week ago. Like a year and a week ago was my first stream of that, and I said that I was gonna play Disco Elysium after Outer Wilds. So we've been waiting 365 days for that. So I think it's about time that I play that. So this Black or White. Sorry, I want to do White because I like Zekrom. And then Disco Elysium after that, and then probably Majora's Mask after that. But we'll see. I'm very sporadic in terms of my stream schedule, at least in terms of the games that I play. So we'll play it by ear. If I'm in the mood to play something else, I'm gonna play something else. Anytime I try to hold myself to a really strict schedule, I just feel like it becomes a job and not fun. And that's what I did with Xenogears, which I enjoy the time I spent in Xenogears for sure. I thought that the characters were compelling, thought the music was really good, thought the gameplay was really, really fun. But it is like a really long JRPG, and it felt like all I was doing was logging in and making progress on Xenogears. And I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So I'm like halfway through the game, and I haven't played it in half a year. So you win some, you lose some, I suppose. What else? Needless to say, Granblue is doing some bullshit. I need to tell my crew that I'm done, I think. I'll be honest, I don't think that there's like anything they could do to Granblue to bring me back to the game. I think that the game is too cooked. And maybe if people like want me to come help them, honestly, what I'd really love is I'd love to just sell my account, but I don't think that anyone's buying Granblue accounts, especially right now, because Granblue is so fucking cooked right now. It's such a bad game that I don't think anyone's buying the accounts, but dude, I'd be willing to sell my account for like $2,000. Honestly, I'd be willing to sell my account for $1,500, which is significantly less than retail price of my account. Retail price would be like $10,000, $15,000. But regardless, I don't know if anyone has any people that are looking for an endgame Granblue account for sale, but I'd be willing to sell mine for an astronomically low price comparatively to what it's worth. But I don't, ever since, I don't know his name, but we, like, the community colloquially refers to him as KMR Jr. KMR was the old gameplay lead of Granblue. He is now the CEO of Granblue. I'll give you 350. I'd take 350. Only because I know you, though. If it was someone I didn't know, I'd be like, fuck no, dude. But I'd give you my Granblue account for 350. Assuming you mean $350 and not $3.50. But yeah, ever since KMR Jr. came in, he has shaped the game in such a microtransaction heavy gameplay experience, which is odd to say for a gacha game, because that's like inherently what gacha games are. And that's not what Granblue used to be. And Granblue used to be the highest grossing app in Japan for a very long time. Like, before Genshin came out, so before what was that, 2020? October of 2020, September of 2020, when did Genshin come out? Like 2015 to 2020, it was Granblue and Fate Go. Those were the two games that were like dominating the mobile game microtransactional market. And Granblue back then was a very, I don't want to say free to play friendly game, because like it's still a gacha game, but it definitely didn't feel like you couldn't play the game without spending money. And now it feels like they are not releasing content that you want to spend money on, which is how it was before. It was like, here's like some new really premium thing that you can spend money on, get a little boost to your account. Now it's like they are releasing content that you have to spend money for. It's like, oh, you want new toys to play with? Here, they cost money. Oh, you want to upgrade your summons? Here, it costs money, you know? And we're releasing stuff at such a fast pace, and we're not giving you nearly the same rewards that we used to. We're releasing like, we're pushing like weird collabs non-stop that cost money as well and aren't even good. They're just like preying on FOMO for collabs that you would enjoy. It just all feels like not what Granblue's about, and I'm a be transparent. It doesn't feel like it's what Cygames is about. Like it feels like Cygames as a company was a company that I felt good giving money to because I liked the stuff that they were doing with it. It's like, oh my god, they're funding anime, like Passion Project anime. Have you ever saw Zombieland Saga? Was that the name of the Idol one? What's the name of the Hold on a sec, I'm looking it up. Zombie Anime Girls. What's the name of this anime? It is Zombieland Saga. It's about zombie idols. It's really good, and Cygames like single-handedly funded it. You know, I felt like they were doing so much stuff with that, like where they were just making, they were just like, we want to support the industry. And now I feel like they're not doing shit. They're like, here, take Shadowverse, but we made it again. It's like, okay, dude, you already made Shadowverse. It's like, what? And also we're just deleting your entire account. Granblue, they're like, I just said everything about Granblue. What's their other games that they do? Uma Musume. But I've heard that the EN release of Uma Musume is super weird because it's like incredibly accelerated in terms of pacing, and they're not giving out like a proportionate amount of the pulling currency to what it would be if it was accelerated from their scheduling. It like, it feels so weird to me. It feels so weird to me. This is not the Cygames that I grew up with. Like, literally grew up with. I started playing Granblue when I was 15. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. Oh my god. They just giga-buffed the currency for Uma Musume, but I think overall we're still lacking in terms of amount we should have gotten. And Mr. Gully lost? That's a Nintendo thing. I'm not going to blame Cygames on that. But I agree. I do think that they're not like making games, they're making money, which is one of the #1 complaints that I have of Hoyoverse. Which is, to be fair, it's not something that I talk about very often, but it does feel something that I would always talk about in MiHoYo back when they were called MiHoYo. Instead of Hoyoverse, was they've always felt very corporatized. I feel like a lot of the characters that I really don't like, and even the characters that I do like, I like them because of their writing and not because of their designs. Their designs feel like they were cooked up in a lab to make money and be as appealing as they could to a general audience, as opposed to like a really, really creative design. And I could go on and on and on about Hoyoverse designs that I don't like and Hoyoverse design decisions that I don't like, both in character design and in gameplay design. But in the end, I still do like those games, and I like them more than I like Cygames games right now. I'll be honest. And I think that I think that if I wasn't so adamant about the things that I like and dislike in games, I probably wouldn't feel that way. I'd probably feel like Hoyoverse games are extremely predatory and I hate them. But because there's some things that I'm like, dude, this is like, this goes against like my core principles as a person, like Columbina. And I'm sitting here and there's still a chance that I might pull Columbina because there's a chance, the good chance that she's going to be like the best character in the game. And it would be very silly for me to not pull her. But like, dude, I think that Columbina is like one of the worst designed characters I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I don't know how it turned into a Hoyo rant, but point is, I'm very sad about Psy games, because obviously Granblue. It's crazy how. I don't want to be like, why does this always happen to me? Because I do think that this is just a natural progression of a lot of things. I want Columbina, but well, I just don't play enough to justify it. Yeah, I think if you don't play the game, then you shouldn't spend money for sure. But I've had this conversation with a lot of the people in Roundtable at large, and then more into the depths on stuff with on stuff like specific design decisions with Azalea. But the gist of it is that I feel like characters like Columbina, Castoris, March 7th, the new March 7th that just came out, Evernight, that's her name. There's like a myriad more that exist, but those are like the three most recent ones that I feel exhibit this. But I feel like they are intentionally going against creative design decisions and or muting design decisions in order to make them more appealing. And it's not me just being like, ew, I hate pink, but I do think that it's weird that Columbina, the moon goddess, has pink motifs in her design. Wouldn't it make much more sense for her design to be like black and white, you know? Like a new moon against a starry sky, you know? Black new moon, starry sky, white. Or vice versa, you know? Full moon against a black sky. I think that you could do much more interesting storytelling with her character design, even just from a color perspective. Literally just from a color perspective. Literally just removing the pink from her and making her a black and white oriented character. And I'll give an example of another character that is black and white and has small motif changes, but I think that they make a little bit more sense. Arlecchino, right? Arlecchino is predominantly a black and white character. And I think that it fits her aesthetic very, very well. I think that she is very well designed, super cool. I think that the spots in her design that aren't black and white are you know, symbols of her strength, symbols of you know, anger and her past. It's cool. That's true, but they did show her long before we knew she had anything to do with the moon. I don't think that's entirely true. From what I understand of their writing process, and I might be extrapolating here, but from what I understand of their writing process, they kind of had the plot figured out for the most part, and they kind of knew what every character was going to do for the most part. At least based on stuff that like we've read and that we know within the game, I think that we all kind of understood that Columbina was going to be the moon goddess. In some capacity. That she's going to have something to do with the moon in some capacity. But I could be wrong about that. But I don't know. That's just like one little nitpicky thing. And I think that like adding that pink to her was specifically to cater to like a universal audience that I don't think that a black and white character would hit. Does that make sense? Like in the same way, and this is the parallel that I always make. In the same way that this character would not be as popular if it was just black and white. That this character is objectively more popular because they added pink into her coloration. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I think that it fits this character, right? But I do think that like it is that like, it's so hard for me to put it into words because it's such an abstract concept, but like she is at her core a character that should not be pink in any capacity. She's the moon in the night, right? But by adding that pink and by taking her general aesthetic away from that, they have then made her more appealing to a general audience. Does that make sense? Like, does what I'm saying make sense? I feel like I feel like every time I say this, it sounds like I'm talking crazy. Because partially I am. I literally am talking crazy. I can't put it into words properly. I can't like pinpoint the exact reasons why I feel this way, other than it's that they're removing core aspects of storytelling in character design, and they're being rewarded for it, I guess. Like, they're being rewarded monetarily for it, and they're doing it on purpose, right? They know that they're going to, and I know that they can do good storytelling with their character designs. I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. And like, so for instance, I'll talk about this. I really didn't mean to do this, but I feel like once I get going, I can't stop. So if we go with like this character, right? Hello? If we go with like this character, right? Castoris. Castoris symbolizing death, the butterfly being, you know, butterfly and blooming flowers symbolizing the cycle of life and death and transformation and blah, 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 blah. Right. I think that it's fine to like Castoris. For what it's worth, I think it's fine to like Columbina as well. I think it's fine to like Evernight and March. I think there's nothing wrong with liking these characters. However, I would like us all to be objective when we're talking about design. Liking something is subjective. You're allowed to like whatever the fuck you want to like. There's literally nothing wrong with it. You're not hurting anyone. You don't have bad taste for liking what you like. But when we're talking about objective character design, which is what I am talking about right now, I'm not talking about if it's likable or not likable. I'm talking about objective character design right here. Like, I feel like you have to go searching for certain motifs with her. Mari, oh my god, hi, right? So something that people mention, right? I think that the butterflies are good. I think the flowers are good. I think that the skeletal nature of her outfit and her hair, right? Being like a rib cage coiling around her and bones are good. However, you have to go searching for them. Right? It's not an upfront in your face, this character embodies death, right? There is barely any visual storytelling to this girl. I see this character design, I see a gothic Lolita, right? I see a pink and purple and white gothic Lolita in a dress. I don't see a skeletal nature or the symbolism of life and death in a butterfly or blooming flowers. I see flowers and butterflies and pink and girly, which is like, it literally is poor execution of character design. Like I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm saying that it's poorly executed on, right? Is what I'm saying making sense? Anytime I complain about this, I swear to God, people look at me like I'm fucking insane, dude. Like genuinely. Nick, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. I'm gonna lose my mind. So are you a fan of Nuvi because he looks regal? I would cowboy emoji. So I don't think that, where's Nuvillette? I don't think that I've looked. Yes, yeah, guys, that's what I'm saying. I feel like what I'm saying isn't something Illinois.edu. What the fuck? I feel like what I'm saying isn't like a crazy concept, but when I bring it up, I'm talked to like I'm crazy. I feel like no? Okay, so outside of, so let's take one step away from something for a second, right? Give me more good examples outside of art. So let me take one step away from this. I do have an inherent issue. I have an inherent issue with every single Hoyoverse design. And that is that every Hoyoverse character can be boiled down to one dominating color. And for what it's worth, it's not bad to like those things. But if you were to take like the paint bucket, like the color finder tool in here, like this tool right here, this color picker, and pick a dominant color, whether it's this blue or this dark blue or like that kind of grayish blue, I could tell you that it's Neuvillette. I could, like literally I could, and I guarantee you that other Hoyo players could as well, right? Like what about Rappa? She has other colors? I think that if you took Rappa's hair color, I would be able to differentiate it against Hyacinth, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I do think it's more dominant in Genshin than it is in the other games, but if you were to take Rappa's red or her pink hair, right, like the red on her jacket, I'm imagining her even without even like looking her up. Yep, I knew it. That red, yeah. If you were to take that red on her jacket or the pink in her hair, I feel like I would be able to pinpoint it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I did do this thought exercise with Azalea before, and I clocked it in less than 30 seconds. Azalea, please back me up on this. But so let's remove this. Let's remove that for a second, right? And Shiori doesn't even only have one color. Shiori actually, I think, has pretty good design, right? But regardless, I'm getting sidetracked, right? I don't think that Neuvillette is bad at all. I think that Neuvillette's pretty good. You look at him, you see a judge, which is exactly what he is. He looks like a judge. Like, he looks like the judiciary branch, which is what he is supposed to be. He embodies order, right? He doesn't look like regality. He looks like the judge. He looks like he's a member of the ruling class, which is what he is. I think that his design tells a story. I don't think that you have to go looking for it either. I think that it's fairly evident in his outfit. I think that there's a couple of design decisions that I'm, for the most part, like not about it. Right? Like, but I think that for the most part, he showcases his the Oratories Mécaniques d'Annelise Cardinal. I think that for the most part, he showcases his story in his outfit, right? And in his design. Same thing with Chiori to some extent. I think that she showcases, typical Japanese yukata maker fashionista sort of styled character, which is what she is. She's from Inazuma. She's currently in Fontaine. Typical, like she tells a story both in her name and in her design. But I did clock this character based on one color. That color right there. I was like, okay, well, she has to be Geo. Like the character has to be Geo. I think that it's a little lighter than what Zhongli has. I think it's a little darker than what like Ito has. It's either Albedo or Chiori or a 4-star maybe, but I did clock it. But I don't know. I do think that they have good designs. I do think that good designs exist, but I think that there are some moments where character design is good. Sorry. I do think that unique character design is sometimes taken away to create a more massively appealing character, right? Genshin, probably. Don't come back to me in like 3 years when this happens and then everyone's like, oh dang, you were fucking wrong. Genshin probably will never, ever make a character that is purely black and white. They literally will not do it. Even though it would be super fucking cool if Columbina was purely black and white against such a colorful cast of characters, an insanely colorful cast of characters, right? I think that Skirk would have been another great opportunity to be a purely black and white character, right? She was literally trapped in the abyss. She is basically abyss-born, right? If they were to ever make a truly black and white character, it would be so cool. It would be such a cool contrast against the extremely colorful world, the extremely colorful cast of characters. It'd be like, whoa, this character fucking pops. This is a character that's like defining of the story patch, right? But they will never do it. They will literally never do it because there are some people, a lot of people, that would be like, I feel like there's not a whole lot going on. Do you think you could identify ZZZ characters off of one color? Let me look at all the ZZZ characters. Probably not. Probably not, if I'm being honest. No fucking way. Literally no way. The colors are way too similar. There's no way that I'd be able to differentiate between the lighter red and gray, the Caesar red and gray, the Bernice red and gray. Like, nothing. I'd be able to identify Miyabi off of her coat, the coat color. Chingy off her hair, Lucia off her hair. And like Vivian off her hair, Yanagi maybe. Which one is it? Color scheme is black, red, and white. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way I'd be able to identify a character off of one color with this. I do think that inherently, ZZZ is hard for that level of critique. Where's Sokaku? It is on Sokaku. It isn't in Chingy. The Chingy color is different, but it definitely is on Sokaku. Yanagi maybe a little bit, but I wouldn't say that that's her defining color like how I would for Miyabi or Sokaku. But Sokaku, I'd say her skin color is her defining color. But I don't. Regardless of what I was saying, I think that it's hard to hold ZZZ to that level of criticism, or I guess that type of criticism, because ZZZ is a much more intricately animated a game, and so they elect for intentionally very simple, I don't want to say real models, but I guess more practical. Do you like the design storytelling better or worse than other Hoyo games? Probably worse, if I'm being objective. I think that the ones that kind of stand out to me are like Hugo and Vivian. Hugo right here, Vivian down here. I think that Mockingbird does a pretty good job. I'd say that character design is probably worse in my opinion. However, they make up for that in visual storytelling. They animate the characters intensely, insanely intensely. Every character has a different walking animation. Every character has a different walking animation going up and down stairs. Miyabi has a different crossing the road animation because she's autistic. She only walks on the white stripes. She refuses to walk on the black. Like, things like that are a different form of storytelling that doesn't even remotely exist in the other Hoyo games. Like that type of storytelling, it literally doesn't exist in the other Hoyo games. Every character has the same exact model, right? Everyone has, you're either young female, young male, tall female, tall male, or child, right? And every child is the same. In Genshin, every single child is the same model. Every single character in the entire game across all models have the same walking animation, slightly different running animations, except for children who have that fucking like hands out to the sides of them sprint. Outside of the like 5 characters in the entire game that have a unique running animation, right? I'm thinking like Mona, I'm thinking Hu Tao, and even then Hu Tao is only at the beginning of her running animation, right? And so if you were to like, your question was, do you like the design storytelling better or worse than the other Hoyo games? I do think that like inherently in terms of just the design, right? Just the design, I think that ZZZ probably does it worse. That's not to say that I don't like them. There are a lot of character designs that I really, really like in this game. But in terms of like being unique and having them pop and having them be like appealing to the eye and telling me what the character is about based on just design, even just based on the splash art, would you be able to tell that this character is a narcolept? This person has narcolepsy. Like that's part of her storytelling in her gameplay. Now, do I think that they should like have her splash art be like her, like with a fucking snoring bubble and ZZZ above her because she's asleep? No, I think that's a little cliche, but like she kind of looks like a typical tsundere in a maid outfit character, and that's not what she is, right? I get it, ZZZ, right? Like I think that you can't like inherently find out what all of these characters are going to be about by their design, and I think that that's a good thing in some capacities and a bad thing in some capacities, right? I think it's kind of up in the air. I think it's kind of up in the air. I just think that ZZZ does it differently, very differently. So I don't know. I'm also very biased because I really do enjoy ZZZ. I don't have a whole lot of things to complain about in this game. I think that ZZZ is just a really good game. I don't know. That's. I would say rant over, but I have literally that is scratching the tip of the iceberg of me going like giga in depth. I've been going for 30 minutes on this already. I could easily go for another 3 hours. Yeah, let's do it when I'm done with stream. Let's do it when I'm done with stream. I can easily, fuck it, let's do it now. Where is it? Let's do it right now. So I've already said, I think that Arlecchino is very good example of good character design. I think this character just in general looks sick. I don't think that she suffers from the one color. It's not that she doesn't have it. She is black, white, and red, right? Exactly like we were talking about before, right? I think that Arlecchino I think that she benefits from it. I think that the simplicity and the strength of her colors are very evident, and it showcases a lot of what she's about, right? I think that's very, very good. Oh no. I think the Yansan's pretty cool. I think the Yansan's pretty cool. I also don't think that she suffers from one color syndrome. I think that she has a pretty unique design. I do think that her character in the story is kind of whatever, but I think in terms of visual storytelling, I think that you can see a lot of culture on her from Natlan, which I think you kind of have to play Natlan to understand that this isn't just them being like, haha, this is African, right? This is like native African, which is not what it is. I think that there's a lot of cultural background that you can see in her character design. I think that Yansan is in general pretty good. Can we agree on that? Can we handshake emoji? Yansan is pretty good design comparatively. Not in terms of like the grand scheme of things, but like comparatively within Genshin designs. I think this character looks at least somewhat visually unique. Right? Dude, I hate so many of these characters. I do think that Kokomi is visually unique and appealing. I do think she suffers from one color syndrome. However, I do think that her character design tells the story of what she is. I hate Kokomi as a character. One of my least favorite characters in the story, by far. I do think that she is visually unique and appealing. Handshake emoji on Kokomi? Handshake emoji, can we agree on that? Yes? No? Yeah, so it's not, I'm not asking if it's your style or if you like it. I'm saying I'm being objective in character design. I do not like Arle's character design. This character is not my type of character at all. I am saying objectively, this character has good storytelling aspects to her character design. That it is unique to her. It identifies some key points in her character. It tells a story in what she decides to wear, you know? I feel the same way about Shiori. Where's Shiori? Surely she's super low because that character's dog shit. Yeah, there you go. C1 required for A tier, right? Think it tells a story for the most part. I think it's pretty good. You know, I think that she's visually unique. Don't think that she suffers from one color syndrome, even though she has a color palette for sure. Would you say no? Thank you. Yes. This character is like genuinely peak character design. Probably my favorite in the entire game. I think that this character design for Genshin, if you don't play Genshin, you don't get it. No, I don't like her hat. I think that her hat is part of the storytelling, but if you don't play Genshin, you don't get it. Nod Cry, which is where Inefa is from, is a culmination of all of the different regions. And you can see that in her character design. You can see that when she was being made, she is a conglomeration of the cultures that we have experienced across all of the game that we've played so far. And that's fucking sick. That's super fucking cool. That's insanely cool. Like, something that they would never think of doing, right? Across like any other character, right? Except for like maybe Chiori, right? Chiori's from Inazuma, right? But even then, she looks like she's from Inazuma, right? This character has aspects of Mondstadt, of Natlan, of Fontaine, like, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't a character for people who don't play Genshin. This is for the general audience of Genshin. This character tells a story, but you have to play the game to understand it, right? You have to play the game to understand it. And I think that that type of character is fine when we're 6 years into the game, right? We're 6 years in. I think it's fine to do that now. At this, if it was like day one, I'd be like, what the fuck, right? If it was day one, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, right? What's her Inazuma element? I don't think she has anything from Inazuma. Did I say Inazuma? I thought I just said Natlan, Fontaine, and Mondstadt. Oh, I said all? Yeah. I guess that's my bad. I was exaggerating. Inazuma's a little secluded. And I think that okay, if I really wanted to twist this in my favor, the fact that she doesn't have Inazuma aspects to her character design is still good storytelling because Inazuma was isolated for the rest of the world for the last 100 years. Yeah? Fair? Still handshake emoji on it? Right? I do think that that's stretching, obviously, but right? What about Liu? I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't see anything from Liu on here. Maybe like you could say this like LED is geo-colored, like from the rock deposits there. But like no, like it's yeah, like I don't think that there's anything from Liu. I do like explicitly see aspects from everything else though. Like those triangles are from what's it called? Those triangles are from like the Natlan stuff. She's wearing the maid outfit, like that. The hat is from Mondstadt. Like that's a Mondstadt maid outfit hat. The screws and architecture of her like mechanical design, that's all Fontaine. Like that's cool. Yeah. I mean, same thing, right? Same thing. So I think that that's all really, really cool. Who else? I think that Yunjin has a okay character design. I do think that her it's like traditional Chinese opera, right? That's what she's supposed to be. And I think that it tells that story. Once again, not my cup of tea for a character, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's bad character design, right? Like, I don't find this character appealing, but if we're being objective, which I'm trying to be, I think this character has pretty good character design. So now, do you think Honkai Star Rail is better or worse? So, characters that I think are good. I think that Aventurine tells a really good story with this character. I think the Boot Hill tells a pretty cool story with this character. Fushuan tells a pretty cool story with her character. Gallagher tells a pretty cool story with this character. So many of the female character designs in this game are just the exact fucking thing over and over and over again. Good lord, I've been chatting about this for so long that ads rolled again. I think that's about it. And for what it's worth, I'm not any of the characters that I didn't pick, and I might even go like deeper into this. I don't know if this is even good, but I like Aventurine's character design. I think that he has cool color theory in his design. I like Boot Hill's like mechanicalness. I like that he's like a cowboy. He's like literally a space cowboy. I think that's pretty neat. I think that Fushuan looks like a diviner. I think that out of all of the characters that use a similar outfit to her, I think that she's the one that like fits it the most, I suppose. I think that Gallagher looks like a nonchalant bartender drunk, which is kind of what he is, right? So I think that those four characters are like pretty cool character design wise. I really, and once again, I'm not saying that other characters aren't appealing. I'm saying that like they're flat. Yeah, exactly. I think that Gallagher does a really good job of that. I guess I like Bailu's design as well. I think the Bailu looks fine. But like almost every other character, where's Silverwolf? Is she down? She has to be down, right? It's an order. It's not an order. Oh, it's an alphabetical order. Why can't they like show more? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that I have to go searching for what she is. I think the only thing that I really don't like about it is similarly the colors, but even then, I think that the colors work for this character if no one else, right? I think that those types of colors would make sense on Silverwolf, so I'll give it a pass. I think the Silverwolf is fine as well, but I just feel like so many of these other characters are the same or flat or don't tell a story or are limited to one color, or like Aglaya, right? Aglaya is yellow, right? She's literally wearing the same thing that Himiko's wearing. Where's Himiko? Where is she? There she is. Almost 1-to-1. Flowers. I'm talking about colors and about design, not about breasts. I fucking hate Acheron. I think this character is so fucking lame. I think it's like one of the most grossly designed characters of all time. I feel that way about Mei in general across all of the Hoyo games though. Maybe I'm just a hater, but like I feel like the character is literally just purple and squinting eyes. And that's it. And a crop top. I think that Naxi is pretty cool. Bruh, that's fucked up. Huh? What are you talking about, Pridewood? I think that Naxi's pretty cool. I don't think, my only issue with Naxi's design is that he is literally just the color green. Like, I think that if they just went a little bit more, like, if they went just a little bit more, and I feel this way about all of the Chrysos heirs, to be fair. Literally all the Chrysos heirs are just one color, and I get that's kind of what they were going for. But, like, if he was just a little more contrasting, I suppose, I feel like I would enjoy it more. And I don't know a good way to, like, phrase that, because I do think that his character design has been made very meticulously, like many of the characters. And it's not just a simple, like, oh, let me do this and it'll be fixed, right? I just feel like he's green. I feel like he's just fucking green. I don't mind Cypher either. Yeah, I guess you're right to some extent. I think that Cypher, here's the thing. Cypher is a redesign of this character from Honkai Impact 3rd. They are definitely not one-to-one. For sure, they are not one-to-one. Like, even within storytelling, they are not one-to-one. But this character is almost certainly a reference to this character. And I guess that's why I'm personally not, like, the biggest fan of her. I thought that her story was fine, but in terms of character design, I was kind of whatever. Yeah, this is her splash art, like, in the actual game. I don't know if I'd call it more or less fan service. One's wearing a skin-tight leotard and the other's just showing skin. I think that they're pretty similar amounts of fan service. Maybe it's hard for me. I always feel like it's hard for me to decipher this. Like, outside of, like, literal pornography, I feel like I'm very numb to a lot of fan servicey stuff like this. Probably because I'm not super sexually active by evidence of my you know, sexuality. But I've never once looked at Pardo and been like, wow, this character is literally just here for sex appeal. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong about that. And for what it's worth, there's a lot of characters in HSR that I don't mind, right? That I certainly don't mind. I think the Dan Heng looks fine, right? I think the Clara looks nice. And I think the Cypher looks nice. I think the Fei Xiao looks nice. I just feel like so many of the characters is like, dude, I've seen this like a million times before. Ratio doesn't make any fucking sense to me in terms of his storytelling. I like that he's like super smart and looks like a Greek philosopher. However, we literally went to the Greek philosopher planet and everyone looks exactly like him. And he's not from there. So it's like, what the fuck? You know? So I guess Ratio does make like good storytelling in his character design. I just feel like he doesn't really fit the continuity of the story, but I guess that's an outside of character design thing. So yeah, I guess he's fine. Same thing with Jade. I think that Jade just kind of, oh my god, dude, Pride, when you fucking suck. I guess that Jade just suffers a lot from the one color issue. Like, you look at this character, you're like, oh, she's Quantum. I guess my biggest issue in Star Rail is that characters don't really look unique. Yeah, her name's Jade and she's not Jade. Which, to be fair, I think if her name was Jade and she was like literally the color Jade, it would be something that I'm talking about right now. I'd be like, it's a little on the nose, don't you think? I think that Ho-Ho looks like an Onmyoji, which is exactly what she is. Please tell me. Thank you. I think that Ho-Ho looks like an Onmyoji, which she literally is. I do think that her colors are a little one note, but I do think that she looks like an Onmyoji, which is what she is. And she does look like a pretty interesting Onmyoji, rather than, you know, like something super, super flat. Like, for instance, a certain general. Which, like, yes, he does look like a general, but if you were to replace his face with the NPC face, he would look like an NPC. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm just saying. I feel like every character in this game, to some extent, and listen, I didn't even mention Jiao Cho, who like literally does look like an NPC. But Jiao Cho is I don't even think that he's that bad of character design. I just think that a lot of the characters in this game look very, very similar, like both in character outfits and like design aesthetics. Like, call me crazy, but I do feel like all these characters, and I get it, they're from the fucking same region, right? I understand, right? I feel like they all look extremely similar. No? And they don't make up for it in the same way that ZZZ does. Like, even a little bit. I don't know. That's probably enough yapping from me. One thing, I didn't even bring up like a lot of my major points, but I kind of got the gist of my issues across. Yeah, let's swap it. Swap it over. Can end it now. Why not? Please work. Oh my god, look at that! How is audio? Can you guys hear it well, or would you like me to turn it up? How about now? Turn it up more or no? Better? I can still keep it going. This is fine? Okay. Good lord, 2011. Dude, I think that means that the last time I played this game was 14 years ago. Holy moly. I hope that my controller works. It's the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Link, if you're cold, you should get under the covers. Oh my. What the heck? Oh my. A Jew. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth? Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends on thee. Wow, it's it's really struggling to load this. I'm not gonna lie, it looks better than I remember. I guess it's because this is the 3DS version. Navi, how the fuck did you run into a wall? Bum 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 bum. Hey!
Hello.
Hello! Hello! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you, Link. Get up. Okay. Hey! Oh my god, that's so crazy. The most iconic line ever. I had a dream. My girlfriend was getting kidnapped by a Jew. You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. Oh boy. Okay. I don't think that my controller is super well mapped. We'll see if this proves to be an issue later. But it really doesn't like when I like flick back and forth really quickly. Alright, that's working. I think it's specifically when I like run in circles. I have to do it really slowly. Okay. Sounds good. Bum, bum. Oh my god, Saria! Bum, bum, bum. Hi, Link. Wow, a fairy! Finally a fairy came to you, Link. That's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Okay. How do I... Does the camera just auto change? Is there no way to change the camera in this game? Because there was no C-stick. Hello. You're not allowed to leave the forest. The Great Deku Tree says that we Kokiri ever leave these woods, we die. Oh my lord. Forest folks shall not leave these woods. Oh, there we go. Hello. You have a fairy note? That's great, Link. What? You've been called by the Great Deku Tree. What an honor. I give you a special gift. Because the Great Deku Tree is our father, the Forest Guardian, and he gave life to all of us Kokiri. How do I roll? Is it like, oh, there we go. Backflip. Bonk. Oh, hell yeah, rupees. A, buy the stone to pick it up. Mean old Mido, he's making me pick up the rocks in front of his house. Bonk. Bonk. Why is there like a render distance in this game? It's actually kind of crazy. Forest Training Center. It's on the hill just above here. Okay. That's where I'll go. Is this it? House of the Know-It-All Brothers. I can tell you about the icons on your screen. No, I'm fine. Sure. If you tap blank, you can change your view. Play like this, it will switch to a top-down view. Now he wants to talk to you. So I can do... Whoa! Interesting. Oh, that makes sense. That's interesting, Mr. Geis. If you want to learn about the map and items, just ask me. Don't ask unless you want to hear a long explanation. Oh, thanks. Wow, and I can just save right off the bat. Ugh. What? To thrust with your sword. Thrust attack signs. Well, I don't really have a sword. What does doing this do in the overworld? Oh! Interesting. Why can I not pick it up? Interesting. Hello. Let's work on some moves. Okay. Oh, I'm gaming. Oh, what do you want to talk about, Navi? Great Doctor is summoned you. Please come with me. Where did she go? Whoa! Ah, okay. Oh, a chest. What's in here? Oh my god, I got a sword! I have to equip the sword? Items? Gear? There we go. Sword get. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. Okay. Money. Alrighty. Now what? Okay. Oh, Kokiri's shop. That's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. Whenever a fairy flies in your person or thing, press L, look in that direction. Use L targeting. You can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. Because Link just like not talked to people before? They were just talking behind his back the entire time? Hello. Heart. Arrows. Shield. Stick. Big. I feel like I kind of want a shield. He's never had a fairy? Yeah, but... Is the fairy what lets them talk to each other? Interesting. Am I allowed over here now that I have a sword? Hello. No, I need the shield. Okay. So I need 16 more rupees. Oh, I gotta get up there for money. Can you spin attack in this game? If I do like, yeah, interesting. Is it broken in this game? Or is it just kind of like, aight? This is just hearts? Okay. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, I feel like I only ever saw people like do regular slashes and the jump attack whenever I would watch speedruns of this game. Oh. Alright, we're not gonna talk about that. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything. Nobody say anything in the chat. I better only see dots in there. Nobody say anything. Jump attack then shield stab, because your untargeted shield stab uses the damage value from the last hit. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, this works. What? Why did talking push me off? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey, vines. Oh, whoops. Bum, 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 bum. What's over here? The Lost Woods? What the heck? I'm already lost. Oh, hey, I'm back. Small amount of soft soil. What the? I wonder what I do with that. Oh, hey. Money. Alright, where's the shop at? Was it in here? Whoops. Doesn't seem like a shop. What the fuck? No. Oh, that looks like a shop. Hello. Can I buy a shield? Thank you. Alright. Items, no, gear, equip. Back. Alright, bro. Oh, what the? Interesting. I'm equipped, bro. Yeah, you stomp off. What the? Deku Babas. I got a stick. Sup, old man? I'm here at your request. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares, as the servants of evil gain strength. A vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task? I don't. Perhaps thou dost not yet have confidence in thy abilities. Return to the Kokiri Forest and learn the skills of combat. When thou art ready, return here and speak with me using L. Okay, I'm ready now. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Do thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Nope. Perhaps thou dost. I'm ready. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task? Yeah, I guess I do. Then enter, brave Link. And thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy. Thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use Navi button to listen well to her words of wisdom. Okay. Inside, whoa. Inside the Deku Tree? Bro. Bonk, bonk. Thanks for the seeds. Okay. What's up this ladder? Oh, hey, a heart. Oh, no. Doo-doo-doo. Hey! What does that do? Listen! Look, Link. You can see down below the web using the eyeball. What the heck? There's water down there. That's crazy. Where's the... There you go. Damn, Link kind of... I don't know, Link kind of got the hops in this game. Why is grass tangible? Look at this wall. The vines growing on it. Give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Okay. It's kind of crazy they made an entire game around the character Young Link from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Don't you guys agree? You could open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to when the action button says. That's the A button icon on the upper screen. Okay. What the? I'm trapped in here. Watch out! Oh, am I not blocking? Gaming? Bitch, get the fuck back here. Ow, 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 forgive me, master. If I give you a tip, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, you can hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land, and you won't take damage from the fall. Can't guarantee it will work, though. If the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you are feeling bold. Wahaha. Why did he do that? Dude, Link has the fucking hops. What is this dungeon design? Am I insane? Even more, Majori does flips and shit when he jumps over pits in that game. Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember getting stuck in the Deku Tree playing this and then never playing again. I think that most times when you're a kid playing Zelda, the games can be pretty hard. But so far, things are looking pretty linear. I say that, but I'm definitely gonna get lost. I'm also not playing on Master Quest mode. What the? Bonk. Yeah, I chose to do the regular. Master Quest, no hit, no lock on. Interesting. In Twilight. Oh, hi, Mimi. Good morning. In Twilight Princess, the Master Quest mode is literally just like hearts don't drop anymore. Oh shit, it's timed. Yeah, I remember the Master Quest in this game because I did it when I was a little kid. Because I remember being in the mountain. What is it called? Is it literally just called Death Mountain in this game? Whatever the Goron Temple is. And I was like, dude, I do not know what the fuck is happening. Where is... Oh, I'm supposed to, no, not that. I'm supposed to... Items. That. And then I do... This. Wow, I did it! Okay. Whoops. Okay, goodbye. Wow, I got a gold skull tool. I don't know why I did that. Don't ask. Okay. Wah! Okay, am I literally supposed to like jump down here? Break the web? There we go! Big! I think I saw another gold Skulltula. Mimi? Are you throwing shit on the floor? My bad, fellas. My cat was knocking shit over. Dane, did you know the Doritos Papia Delia was my idea? You already know the Doritos, the Papa John's, the Dorito, motherfucker.
We'll take a second place. Alright, a Dorito Boo and wait. You guys know that the Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea,
The
right?
Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea.
You win.
You win. Dude, it's...
Told ya.
At the time that this came out, Toast was an Among Us streamer. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking good. Like, dude, it's so good. That's so funny, dude. You win. Give me that. Huh? How do I get it? Am I supposed to like do one of these? Oh, there we go. Wasn't there another one? Am I crazy? I think I saw one like up from where I fell from. What was the point of that? Oh, I guess it's to light it like in general, so that I can use my stick to light stuff on fire. Dude, you need to shut up. Okay. Can I make that jump? Oh no, I gotta push it down. Well, how do I get up there? I don't know why I'm diving. What to do? Let's get my stick. Wow, puzzles. Bruh. Yeah. 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Okay. Huh? Oh, I gotta get a little frisky. After you get in the water, you can hold A to dive. Okay, I guess that worked. Or do I have to wait for this to come? What did that do? Oh, it lowered the water. What the? Can I just like not get on this? Oh. I get on this. And then I jump. These peas. Understood. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk. Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. Wow, we are progressing through this dungeon. These rooms are kind of insane, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, whoops. All right. What the fuck? What is that? I feel like I've never in my life seen this enemy before. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, I'm on the other side now. Shortcut unlocked. Watch out. Give me those. So now, I can do one of these. Yeah! Oh, 2, 3. One. How do you know our secret? It's so annoying that I'm gonna reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. I don't know why Link, like, always does that. Wow, that was a fast temple. I don't see anything. Or do I? What the hell? Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Memer. Okay. I don't even get a few shadow for Midna? The heck? Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell thee. Wouldst thou listen? I feel like no isn't going to do anything. But like genuinely, why do they add these decisions in the game? Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse on me. His name is Steve. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorceress powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Feyror, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. In Feyror, all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. Dude, Link just fucking sitting down, taking all this. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with thee, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. Wow, one of the 3 sacred treasures that will let me get the Master Sword and become an adult. Memes, how did you get that door open? Mimi, what? Mimi, you know you're not allowed in there. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. S tier foreshadowing. Shouldst thou ever lose thy way, seek a vision of the path from the Sheikah stone that stands beside thy home, Navi the fairy. Help Link to carry out my will. I entreat thee, Navi. Goodbye. No. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, Deku Tree. Hey, Link, what did you do? The great Deku Tree. Did he die? How could you let a thing like that happen? It's all your fault. That is such a small reaction to this guy fucking dying. What do you have to say about the Deku Tree dying? Mino was very upset. Something happened to him? Okay. Anybody else have anything to say? I feel like where's Saria? Where are you going? To the castle? Where's the castle? Okay. Oh, Navi wants to chat. Great Deku Tree wants us to go visit the princess at Hyrule Castle. Shouldn't we get going? That's what I was thinking. Hello? Kokiri will die if we leave the forest. You're not gonna try and leave the forest, are you? Yeah, I am. Goodbye. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link, because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? You don't even know. You're literally a sage. You're trapped in immortality. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. If only she knew the form that she would become in Twilight Princess. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. Okay, bye. Oh my god, the iconic Hyrule Field. Oh, whoops. Alright, there we go. Hoo hoot, Link! Look up here. It appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. This is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. If you go straight this way, you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Tap on the lower screen to open the map subscreen. If you don't know where to go next, try heading to one of the locations marked with a flashing dot. Did you get all that? I did. Alright then, I'll see you around. Hoot 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 ho. I like your owl voice, thanks. Honestly, that's one of the worst parts of playing these games that have like hella characters that come up. I have to like remember all the character voices. Half the time I'm like, dude, fuck this. No, this is the one for the 3DS. The name of the game is Ocarina of Time 3D. Also, hi, Al. I'm going to the castle. What the? Kids shouldn't be wandering around town at nighttime. Stay indoors until morning. Okay, I'll go in this house. Oh. Man, I am so tired. Night watch is so boring. I wish some ghosts would come out or something. Hey, I'm really interested in ghosts. Studying them is a hobby of mine. But you never know. The time may come when that kind of knowledge might be useful. Okay, fucking freak. What the hell are you talking about? Isn't that Epona's song? Why is it playing in Castletown? Interesting. Only open during the day. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Mimi. Why aren't you wrong warping to the end? I don't know if that's possible in the 3DS version. It probably is. There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. That's how the inscription reads. How does Link know that? Okay. I feel like Link would be illiterate. Agreed? He grew up in the fucking forest. Oh, hey, I know you. Hey, your clothes, they're different. You're not from around here, are you? You're a fairy boy from the forest. My name... Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malon. My dad owns Lon Lon Ranch. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, how does that... that's pretty racist. No, not even like, oh, you're a fairy boy. Why is that an acceptable response? Hey, who are you? Oh yeah, I'm a fairy from the fucking forest. I just decided to come here. Check out my sword and shield. Oh, you're a fairy boy from the Duh. My name's Malon. My dad owns the ranch. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. Dad hasn't come back with the milk. No. Oh, you are so handsome. Just like the king of Hyrule. Hee hee. Okay. They're fucking freaks too. She's like 7. She doesn't understand why that's crazy. It's fair. What was my voice for the owl? The princess is inside and castle just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. Ho 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 hoot. This ground time flows normally. Time stands still when you are alone. What the fuck are you talking about? Time stands still? I exist in a bubble universe? Okay. Time as normal, you'll need to leave town. Well, well, which way are you going to go now? Hoot, hoot, hoot. Do you want to hear what I said again? No, thanks. Ooh, you're a smart kid. Good luck then. Hoo-hoo. Why does that make me smart? What's his problem? British? Hello. Boing! It's 10:30. No, it's not. It's 7:30. What's up, bro? Oh. It's a stealth mission. Oh, hello. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere on the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Tee-hee. Oh yeah, if you'll look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg Okay. What the fuck? Dead end. Okay. There's probably nothing I can do over there. What the fuck are... What are you talking about? Okay. Oh. Oh my. It's time. Cock-a-doodle-doo. What in tarnation? Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Hello, and who might you be? Yup, I'm Talon, owner of Long Long Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest and I guess I fell asleep. What? Malon was looking for me. I'm gonna catch it from her now. I messed up bad, leaving Malon behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. Okay. Was I supposed to? Should I make Malon oh, little old me? Why is Mario Southern and not Italian? Well, he's a ranch owner. The Italians are exterminated. I mean, what else could Ganon be? Hello. Malon sounds like he Talon sounds like he likes Trump. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Well. All's well that ends well. Okay. Who the fuck names their kid their name but with one letter changed? My kid's name is gonna be Lane, like the Serial Experiments. And Al, your kid's name is gonna be No. You can't add a name. You have to change one. You can't add a letter. You have to change one. I think your kid's gonna be named Ool. Who are you? All of your kids' names are gonna be different vowels in front of L. All, Ool, L, Eel. How did you get past the guards? They're pretty fucking lousy, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? That are you? Are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest. Al Sharif? Right? Am I right or no? The green shining stone? Al Sharif? Yeah. Did I not pronounce it correctly? Just as I thought! I had a dream! In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by That's oddly specific. What the fuck? I knew this was a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I'm Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Link. Strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret. Okay. This has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. Okay. The legend goes like this. Slurp. Oh my god. Am I doing the voice from Game Grumps? Is that why that's the voice that came to me? That's actually crazy. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. Is someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age. Someone's evil mind has a wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been foretold. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect it. That's just Zelda's voice. Only kids all. That's right. The Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to Zelda tells stories like how Justin tells stories. So there was this door, and the door is called the Door of Time, by the way. And the Door of Time is important for you to make it into the sacred realm, which is a connector to our world and the Triforce. The Triforce is this thing, it's the name for the thing that lets you grant wishes, but you can only get there if you get the three sacred, there's a sacred stone over there, and then there's a sacred stone over there, and then you have one of them. That's how I knew I could trust you, because you have one of the sacred stones. In order to open the Door of Time, it said that you need to collect 3 spirit stones. Oh my god, I tabbed out by accident. Another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend, the Ocarina of Time. Did you understand well the story I just told you? I did. That's great! I forgot to tell you. I was spying for this window. Oh, were you? Thanks for letting me know, dude. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. She's like actually racist. Will you look through the window at him? Sure, dude, sure. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudo. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. Dude, Zelda's like actually racist. What? That fucker from the sand place. That sand fucker, I don't trust him. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry, he doesn't have any idea what we're planning. Yet! Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the sacred realm. How would he know, though? It the like guarded Hyrulean. It's because Zelda just fucking tells everyone. She Hey, I had a dream, and I think the dream's about you. So I'm gonna tell you everything that's been closely guarded in the sacred family my entire life. Your throat has to hurt in this voice. No, I have a pretty good range. I think that the only thing that like really hurts my voice is is when I do anything like really raspy, like anything super exhaley, like when I talk like this, like a fiddlestick sort of impression, I guess. Like that kind of hurts my throat. That's about it though. I can go that high pretty much like just constant. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it! And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. Link, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. I don't believe you. Please believe me. My prophecies have never been wrong. Please, no. Please. Why do they make us do these choices that don't matter? Please. Okay. Thank you. The immediate code switch. I'm afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We have not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. You received Zelda's letter. Wow, this letter has the Princess Zelda's autograph. Oh, Link. Mimi, get off the counters. You know what? I think that's a great way to end stream. Let's call it there. Good Lord. All right. Well, half the stream was ranting about MiHoYo. The other half was playing Zelda. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.